This is the image of the pears I'm going to be using to get the tones, the lights and darks of the pears. So in video 1 we looked at drawing the outline of the pears, and now we're going to look at adding lights and darks. I'm using the same materials as before, as in video 1. So the first thing I want to do is look closely at my reference photo or my still life if I'm doing them from still life, and I'm going to watch where the lights, the really highlights are, and I'm marking them in first. I'm working on the first pear, just drawing in roughly where I think the highlight is. And I'm using the 2B pencil, the lightest of pencils, but it doesn't really matter, any of the pencils will do. I'm now coming in to do the midtones, and I'm using the 4B. It doesn't matter if you don't have the 4B, you can use any pencil you have. I'm making sure that I'm keeping my highlights, the white areas free, and I'm just colouring all the pear in the mid-tone using the 4B. This video has been speeded up, so if you wanted to follow along step by step, you can just pause the video as you go along. So now I want to smudge the pencil to blend it all in. I prefer to use my fingers. A lot of people don't like this, so you could use like a torque rolled up paper, or you could use a cotton bud. It can get messy, so I'm going to come back in with my eraser and rub out anything that's gone over kind of the lines. I want to take out the hard pencil lines as well. So I'm just going back around the pear. I'm just softening it up, and I'm also coming back in with the eraser and just taking out some more little bits of highlights, and I also want to soften down some of the areas, just kind of working my way around the pear. Now I'm using an ordinary eraser. In the last pear that I'll show you, I use the putty rubber, and it's much better with the putty rubber, but if you don't have one, an ordinary eraser will do. Now it's on to the darkest part of the pear. So these are the the darkest bits that I can see, and I'm using the 6B. So I don't think the stalk is dark enough, so I'm just going back with the 4B and I'm making that stalk darker. Just want to map out some kind of shapes that I can see here. It kind of ends up looking like the map of the world, but just so it gives me a guideline of where I want it to be really dark. So I want to keep an eye on my reference photo or my still life, depending on which you're working with. And I'm just going to map in, just keeping an eye. There's a light area over here. I just want to make sure I don't go too dark. Watching the curve of this line over here. Okay, so I want to blend again. I'm just blending over all the pear, blending it all the pencil in. I'm going to come back in with the eraser and take out some more highlights and lighter areas. Now just keep an eye on the eraser. If it starts to get muddy or dirty, you can just rub it on a scrap piece of paper and clean it off. Making sure I keep a nice crisp outline on my pear, just erasing any lines that might have gone on over. Coming back in with the 6B and leaning quite heavy to get some more darks. I feel it's got too dark here. I want to lift out a lot of this colour. And I'm using kind of like a dabbing motion rather than rubbing all over the pear. So just kind of dabbing it in sections. So the other 3 pears are going to be done the exact same way as we've done this one. So you can go ahead and do your other 3 pears. Here's my completed one here. In the next video, we'll look at adding in the shadow in the background.